Welcome to another Highland League Weekly preview show. I'm Ryan Cryle, and here's Paul Third with everything you need to know about this weekend's big game.
Our big game on Monday is Forest Mechanics against Lossiemouth. For Forest, a welcome return to winning ways at the weekend. They got their first win in the league since the 19th of August with that 2-0 success up at Strathspey Thistle. They'll be welcoming a Coaster side who lost 1-0 at home to Fraserburgh. Frank McGettrick's side will be eager to get back to winning ways, and they would really like an away win too. They've only had one so far on their travels in 6 attempts in the Highland League so far this season. You can see how both sides get on when we have action and reaction on Monday's Highland League Weekly.
Okay, Crystal Paul time once again, and last week it'll come as no surprise to regular viewers that the opposition took points in Crystal Paul. Didn't. It said 28-12 now, thanks to, I think it was me saying for Martin would beat Brecon, and you said Brecon would beat.
I also said it would be a tight game at Christie Park in the other one. There you go, 4-4, so what do I know?
I suppose that tight in terms of scoreline, I suppose. Okay, Forest Mechanics against Lossiemouth is the main game this weekend. Which way are you calling this one?
This is horrendous because I've done the preamble for this one, and Forest got their first win since August in the league last weekend. Lossie have only won once away from home. So I'm going to go and sit in the fence and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go for 2-1 Lossiemouth. I just think it's difficult because you see the Forest have now got the win they needed without necessarily getting the performance that would be expected of them. But you don't run before you can walk. But are they going to run this weekend? I kind of think Lossiemouth have been better this season.
And Nairn City, you want to go first for this one?
Nairn City, this is very difficult because Nairn are on like a 9-game winning tear still, because the game of the weekend was off. Bank City are the leaders and have really come on a game in recent weeks. I am going to go for a 2-all draw in this one.
Oh, I think this one's going to be tough. D won 3-0 at home to Nairn back in August. I think they have to win if they want to be staying top of the table for this one, and it'll be tight though because Nairn are going well. I'm going to go 1-0 to Bank City. Okay, well, we'll find out this weekend how we got on. Our second game this week is Nairn County against Bank City, and here's 3 things you need to know. Nairn County have been the surprise package so far in the Breedon Highland League. They're up to the dizzy heights of 4th, as well as being the North of Scotland Cup holders. D, despite not being in action at the weekend, remain top of the table as Breedon City slipped up with a 4-3 defeat at Formartin United. Morrison Motors Aberdeenshire Shield winners D are looking to complete a double over County this season. They won 3-0 when the sides met back in August at Spain Park. Competition time.
Now we've got last week's competition to clear up. First of all, we'd asked you which Breedon Highland League club New Huntly FC manager Coco Charlesworth, started his Highland League career at. The answer was Lossiemouth, and the winner, who will now claim a Highland League Weekly mug or a Crystal Paul tea towel, not in shot this week, was Bailey Campbell, a Lossiemouth player. So Bailey, if you could send us your address, details, and whether you'd like the mug or the tea towel to sport@pressandjournal.co.uk, we'll get one of those sent out to you. And good luck with your recovery from your knee injury. This week, at the weekend, Scott Barber, Fraserburgh talisman, drew level on 237 goals for the Brock with Mikey Stephen. Those two are now the joint leading scorers in Fraserburgh history. We want you to tell us who the player directly below them in those scoring charts is. There was a handy graphic doing the rounds somewhere that I saw that might help you with that. But yes, get in touch at sport@pressandjournal.co.uk or in the comments below this video, and you could win either a Highland League Weekly mug or a Crystal Paul tea towel. Good luck. Strathspey's last point in the Breedon Highland League came in a draw with Clattencuddin in mid-November. They'll know the Jags that they have to defend well this weekend against a Formartin side with title aspirations and plenty of goals in attack. A 2 o'clock kick-off this one, and Gavin Price is looking to avoid an unwelcome first as Brecon City manager. The Hedgemen have never lost 3 league matches in a row since joining the Highland League. Huntly also looking to get back to winning ways following that incredible 4-4 draw
against Rothes at the weekend, and they held Brecon to a 2-2 draw up at Christie Park earlier in the season, so they'll be fancying their chances in this one.
Inverurie Locos' recent momentum under Dean Donaldson was halted in their 4-1 defeat to Turriff United on Saturday. That would have been a painful one for former Turra boss Dean Donaldson. Tough task this weekend against Fraserburgh, who will have their talisman Scott Barber chasing goal 238 for the Brock. That would be the goal to see him take the outright lead in the overall all-time Fraserburgh scoring charts.
A 2 o'clock kick-off at Princess Royal Park as 16th placed Devon Vale welcome the 15th placed Wick Academy to Banff. The Banffers looking to bounce back from a 3-2 defeat at Keith last weekend. Wick will be hoping there's no rust as they get back to action. They haven't played in the league since the 25th of November.
Turriff looking for a third win on the spin, having scored 12 in their last 2 Highland League outings. Buckie, meanwhile, they were out of action due to the weather at the weekend. Haven't played since they progressed to the Scottish Cup 4th round and set up that blockbuster tie at Celtic Park. Back in league action, hopefully, this weekend. And with 5 games in hand on leaders Banks D, they'll be looking to eat into a 7-point gap.
Another 2 o'clock kick-off. Clach and Conor Gethans still searching for their first league win of the season as we're reaching the halfway stage. The Maroons go back to winning ways at the weekend with a 3-2 home success over Devon Vale, and they're aiming to make it back-to-back wins.
Brora were out of action last weekend. Hopefully they'll be back in action this weekend if the weather's not too bad again. Rothes, meanwhile, they drew 4-4 at Huntly. It was a thrilling game, but they head to Dudgeon Park knowing that should they lose to Brora, the Catacks will overhaul them in the Breedon Highland League table. That's it for another Highland League Weekly preview show. Just a reminder, this weekend we'll be filming. Which games will we be filming?
Forest v Lossie.
Forest v Lossie and?
Nairn Banks D.
Nairn County against Banks D. So you'll get highlights of them as well as a reaction from the big game and all the usual stuff you get on a Monday show. So tune in for that. Between now and then, please follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, now known as X. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You may be watching us on YouTube. You can also sign up to all of the latest Highland League news from the Press and Journal by subscribing to our Highland League newsletters. There's a link to do that below this video. Also below this video is the information for our sponsors, Alexander Wallace Toyota of Elgin. Whether you're looking for a new or used Toyota, or you've already got one, the dealership are there to meet your needs. But yes, until Monday, until we see you next, please enjoy the football, whichever games you're watching.